And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Mets going up against the Colorado Rockies. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Germán Marquez. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
And stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. In the air, out towards left center. And there's one down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said. Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road, and that should help him here today.
Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
One gone, runner at first. And now it's Juan Soto. Nimmo stands at first with one out.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground to short, could be two. On to second, they get one, and that's two. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Bottom half of inning number one coming up. No score. And we're back. And on the hill, Clay Holmes. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. Some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Now it's the DH, Jordan Beck. Swing and a miss at a slider.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Goes down looking. Thairo Estrada to the plate. One down, base is empty. Estrada checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he held back, according to Larry Bullard. Next offering is in for a strike. One out, base is empty. That one missed. And there's ball four. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Hunter Goodman. Runner. There goes the runner. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. 2 down. Here's Bud Black's lineup for the Colorado Rockies. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. And a foul ball. That one drilled left field and foul ball. Two outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Torrens gathers, throws to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. The Rockies strand 1, scoreless after 1. Back here at Coors Field, here's Pete Alonso. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Got him. And 1 out now.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw is still in time, and they do get the second out of the inning.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction to dive, knock that ball down, and big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. 2 down, nobody on. And that one is lifted in the air. Moniak makes the grab, and that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. So in now for Colorado, Orlando Arcia. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering way off the plate. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Out to short. Toss to Alonso, and quickly 1 away in the second.
Good late bite on that slider, got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Next for Colorado, Mickey Moniak. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's the left fielder, Sam Hilliard. In the air, right field, pretty well struck, carrying well. And that is gone. His second of the year. It's 2-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
One down. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throw to first in time. Two down, base is empty. Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. 2 outs, base is empty. Back up the middle and a base hit. So the lineup flips over. Next to hit for the Rockies, Jordan Beck. Next offering is down low. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. McNeil snags it on the run. But 2 come across to score in the inning courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Top half of the 3rd inning, and stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Jared Young, the next to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Popped in the air, left field. Hilliard pulls it in on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Right-hander kick steals. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. That's a little bit low.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Now all even up. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Rockies 2 and the Mets nothing. as we go to the last of the third. Here's the second baseman, Tyro Estrada. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So in now for Colorado, Hunter Goodman. And he grounds one to the right side. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Clay Holmes is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. David Peterson gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
There's Ryan McMahon now. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He muscles that one out the opposite way. His 7th home run of the season. It's 5-zip. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's Orlando Arcia. Grips one to right. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. The throw to second is offline.
All over that one right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Next for Colorado, Mickey Moniak. And that's downstairs. 2-1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Man at second. Just off the inside corner. And it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's the first out. Now the left fielder, Sam Hilliard.
As a batter, he's known for performing better in these night games. He might start 2 for 2 in this one.
And that is in for a strike. 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
That one not close.
1 strike.
Yeah, that's ball 2. That one fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering upstairs.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
Line drive. And that's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead. Man at first, Tyler Freeman digging in for the Rockies. Two outs.
Ball 2. 2-2 to count.
Got him swinging. They get 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and leave 1. 3 innings complete. It's the Rockies 6 and the Mets nothing. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. 1 down, base is empty.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, that'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Here's Juan Soto. Two down, nobody on. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back here in Denver, bottom 4. Here's Colorado's DH, Jordan Beck. Just missed.
All these Rockies putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. You just can't average 2 runs per inning without a complete team effort from the lineup. Everyone's been doing their job, setting up the next guy and taking care of their own business at the plate.
And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Tyro Estrada digging in for the Rockies. On the ground right side. Beatty to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Two outs, base is empty. Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first. So a man at first. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Rockies, Ryan McMahon. Ground ball right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Flip to the pitcher is in time, and they get it out of the play. So 1 hit is all they get. We played 4. It's the Rockies 6 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Pete Alonso. This one popped up. And there's 1 down. Jeff McNeil stands in. One down, base is empty. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Line drive.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So they're down to their final out. Luis Torrens will hit next. And it is 2-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another W.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.